Another big major PDC event has been and gone, which means £1.2 million is going to be moving in regards to the world rankings. 2 years ago, £600,000 coming off, which means Peter Wright is going to drop down the rankings quite a bit after losing first round in this one. £600,000 prize money given out to the participants this year, divvied out depending on their performance, which is where £1.2 million comes from. It's very simple, isn't it? But I do get the rankings can be confusing. If you are one of those people that find the rankings confusing, the simplest thing to do is hit that subscribe button. Help me move closer to 100,000 subscribers so I can put a YouTube plaque on that piece of wall right there here in the office. And I will talk you through everything you need to know before an event, after an event, and during it in regards to all those key stories and ranking movers. Let's see how the rankings have been affected after the 2025 European Championships. We can see down at the bottom end of the rankings, players moving. That's because of Jose de Souza. A couple of years ago, he reached a second round stage. This year, didn't make it. He's now down to the world number 70. Now, that's important because the number 64 and above get to keep their cards. Jose de Souza continuing to drop away, looks likely to lose his tour card. The beneficiaries, you can see a couple of players going up one position. Nico Springer gets into the event, first time of asking, doing extremely well this year, made the World Grand Prix as well. His position in this event, where we did go in the first round, has seen him move up 3 places in the order of merit, now up to world number 55. The reason Keane Barry has dropped 3 places is because he was in the event a couple of years ago, didn't make it this year. Florian Hempel and Alan Suter, the beneficiaries of one ranking position. And you'll get that all the way down. Gabriel Clements dropping 1, Madars Razma dropping 1. That sort of high turnover of players. We sort of identified these, didn't we, before a dart was thrown. Ratajski and Vessel Nyman, despite the fact that they both went out in the first round stage, Vessel Nyman is still on the first sort of time of his card, which means he's not defending anything from a couple of years ago where Christoph Ratajski is. So it's next year for the likes of Vessel Nyman, for the likes of Luke Littler, where they'll start defending money, which basically means anything you win today, if you win £10,000 today, in 2 years, on this very date, the 26th of October, £10,000 will come off of your order of merit. So that's what we mean when we talk about defending. It's easy when you know, but it's tricky when you're unsure. Uncertainty is this area right here, when we're taking a look around the world's top 32. So we've talked about these sort of players. Joe Cullen, now the world number 32, down another place. He's defending £41,000 at the back end of the year, 14.5% of his prize money. Peter Wright drops 12 places, £120,000 he was defending from a couple of years ago. Only got to the first round stage here, but he's okay. He's defending £20,000 at the back end of the year, 6.7% of his prize money. We know he's in the World Championship, so that's 15,000 of it already. That's forgetting Pro Tours, Players' Championship finals, potential Grand Slam. So Peter Wright should be safe to halt the slide for now. Michael Smith could be slightly different. He's down another position, down to world number 29. He's defending £50,000. So a little bit more to do there, but again, got that 15 grand coming from the World Championship. So interesting little area there where I think the sort of big names that have dropped a little bit are okay for now, but may not be for much longer. Same can be said really for Dimitri Vandenberg. He's in exactly the same sort of situation. He won't really be defending anything big until the UK Open, currently world number 23. Only defending 7.3% of his prize money, 15 grand at the World Championship, £25,000 to defend. He should be fine. For now, expect him to drop like a stone if things do not go well at the start of next year. Start of next year is key for Dimitri Vandenberg. Darrell Gurney goes inside the world's top 24, which is where he wants to be because he wants to be in the Masters. Somewhere you'd expect Cameron Menzies to be. Only 5.8% of the prize money up for grabs in Cameron Menzies' sense. £18,750, of which it's covered. So it's a free season now for Cameron Menzies. Nothing to defend. So the likelihood he's going to get deeper into the top 32, where he got to for the first time at the World Grand Prix. Now up to World 25 and continuing to climb. Speaking of climbers, take a look at Ryan Joyce. 13.1% of his prize money up for grabs at the back end of the year, and he's not far away from that top 16 now. Only about £70,000 away. So if he can continue to be consistent on the TV, getting these runs of which he's having in recent times, I think Ryan Joyce could be one to keep an eye on as maybe a bit of a surprise player going on to reach the world's top 16. Just a bit of a run at the World Championship. We know he's capable of that. He's got to the quarterfinals before. He's also got other opportunities up at the back end of the year as well. Not much to defend. Very, very dangerous player. Nathan Aspinall. I think this one's one we need to have a little talk about for a while. Only 8% of his prize money up for grabs. There was a lot made about Nathan Aspinall sliding down the rankings around the time of the World Match Play. However, he wasn't playing a player or playing darts to a bad level. He came out the Premier League playing quite well. He's been picking up European Tour titles. He was seeded #1 for the European Championships. He's not been playing bad. It's just how things worked out for him in regards to the World Match Play money coming off and that sort of period of time a couple of years ago. I think he does get back to the top 16. I think he gets there quite quick. He's talking about Premier League. He wants to be in there. I think if he does get in there, it's because he's going to have a big back end of the year. I think he needs a run at the World Championship to get himself in the Premier League again. But a run at the World Championship, probably see him back in the world's top 16. I think he does go there for the start of next year. So let's put a little bit of time and attention on the world's top 16. Dave Chisnall now outside, Martin Schindler coming in. Couple more drops here. Gerwyn Price, he needed a big year this year, didn't he? His performances have been good, but he has come down a couple of places in regards to the world rankings. Most of that is because of Jan van Veen. Jan van Veen picking up the title has leapfrogged him up to the world #7 spot. Rob Cross drops one, Chris Dobey dropping places off the back of it. That is the big main mover in regards to the rankings. And now, question is posed. Jan van Veen, do we put him in the Premier League? I mean, there was a lot of people wanting Jan van Veen in the Premier League before he went and won this event, so now surely that's got to be the case. But then you look at it, you think, James Wade, surely a rival for the Premier League. Josh Rock, it's going to be a minefield trying to predict who gets in. And Johnny Clayton, obviously a very popular selection as well in regards to one of the names to move into the Premier League places. Nothing really changing, though, in the top 6. James Wade, another big run for him. The battle over the world #1 spot, you can see, is now just around about £70,000. However, that's a big topic of conversation as well. Luke Humphries goes into the next event defending £153,000. Luke Littler going in, gaining £5,000. So £148,000 to come off for Luke Humphries. He's not going to finish bottom of his group, is he? So he's going to defend some of that. But the likelihood right now is that Luke Littler will end the Grand Slam as the world #1 because that swing just feels a little bit too big. Luke Humphries has done a great job in trying to defend this world #1 spot. He went to the Grand Prix, did very, very well in that event, didn't he? Got to the final, defended half of the prize money. He was only defending a quarter-final at this one. Reaching the final, he's actually gained prize money. But the danger is just in the fact that the Nuke is not defending anything. And now maybe the danger is coming up further behind. Jan van Veen hitting a lot of form. The World Championship is worth £1 million. And now look at the battle as well in regards to the Dutch players. Who will represent Team Holland? Michael van Gerwen, we know, hasn't always traditionally played the World Cup of Darts. Jan van Veen now leapfrogs Danny Noppert. So potential World Cup team of Michael van Gerwen and Jan van Veen. Although I wouldn't be surprised to see Van Veen and Danny Noppert be the Dutch team in the World Cup for a little bit further along. Michael van Gerwen not playing. That's what I think could potentially happen. But Dutch partnerships looking extremely good there in regards to what they can do going forward. When we look at the players in the top 16, there's not really anyone who's catching the eye as a real serious danger of being someone who could start to drop away a little bit in regards to they've got a massive amount coming and not really in that sort of form. But let me know who you're keeping an eye on. What stories interest you the most? Where should we be looking? We've got the Grand Slam, the Players' Championship Finals, the World Championship. So much coming up that's going to see a lot of movements in the rankings. So where are you looking? Let me know and I'll feature as many of those stories as I can in future episodes. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and I'll catch you very, very soon soon for some more Edgar TV. The big story here, Van Veen in the top 8. What a tournament.